So Florida's doing well, and as an outsider looking in, and I was in both that state and California not so very long ago, and you can certainly feel the difference. You can see it too. I'll never forget the litter and the dirt and the filth in LA. I was really surprised by it. And you didn't see that in Florida. But Ron DeSantis seems to have been a very good leader in that state. What has gone wrong with his presidential bid, or what went wrong with it?
Well, I think the answer can be summed up in one word, and that's Trump. I think that he did not know exactly how to deal with Trump. And you have to remember, the news cycle is so fast these days, people forget things. And when Donald Trump announced that he was running for president, which is now over a year ago, there wasn't a tremendous amount of momentum behind it, actually, because there weren't all these court cases. There wasn't all of this other sideshow nonsense happening. And it was just like, oh, Trump's just running again, and he's angry that, in his view, they stole the election, and that's it. And also we were all, America, and I think the world at large, was still very focused on the COVID recovery, and that's where DeSantis really shined. So you had DeSantis really going like this, and you had Trump sort of flat like this. Then what happened was all of these court cases come, they're going after Trump, it gets the base really riled up again, and I think DeSantis just did not know how to go against that, and I can't blame him for that. And actually, I would say, since he has now stepped out of the race, which it's about 2 months ago now, I have to say, as a Floridian, I'm thrilled. I mean, even if you look at his legislative session that they're in the midst of right now, we're having this huge problem in America with squatters' rights, which don't even exist. It doesn't make sense. The idea that you can just walk into somebody's house and because they're not there, you can basically take over the house. That's happening actually in New York and California right now. He's taking care of that. We've had all of this crazy illegal immigration stuff, and he's having our police officers deport people to other states, and we're moving people. So we're doing everything right here. I think the simple answer is they didn't know how to deal with Trump. I don't know that anyone could, but I will say that having DeSantis back here as my governor and potentially Trump as my president, that will be just fine with me. It's not to say Trump is perfect. Obviously, I voted for him last time, and I support a lot of the stuff, and he may be the only wrecking ball that can do anything for these much, much bigger monolithic problems that we have. But DeSantis, the funny thing, John, and you could tell me, you've been in politics way longer than I've been doing this. Did you ever find a politician that did every policy everyone wanted, had absolutely no scandals around him, was the right age, had the right family, just absolutely had a perfect track record, didn't lie, didn't overpromise, did everything we could all ask, and somehow wasn't good enough for the base? Have you ever seen a politician like that on our shores, your shores, or anywhere else? Because that's what he got left with, and I think that's largely just because of the shadow of Trump. It just is.